Yeah, what's up, baby? This is the Winner Circle Podcast. I am your co-host, the Home Team King. This is D'Angelo Entertainment. Hey, listen, we're coming off our first live show. D'Angelo Entertainment, I want to give you a round of applause, okay? I want to give Skills a round of applause. I want to give the audience a round, everybody that showed up. Thank you. OTI. This is special because, this is our first of many, all right?
Yeah.
OTI, Donnell, much love. Hey.
And give yourself a round of applause.
Oh, I will. Oh, almost definitely.
Yeah,
Almost
give
definitely.
yourself a round of applause. But no.
Why not? You know what I mean? Hey, listen though, real quick though, man.
Yeah.
Us, D'Angelo Entertainment, he was excited. I know we talked about it after and before. I'm excited. Like our first live show, that's remarkable, man. Just to see the crowd, you know what I mean? And we building and we growing. And come on now, that's episode 12, bro.
Episode 12,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
It was crazy. Live show at OTI's at Upper Marlboro with Neve Hookah will be starting this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Tell 'em about that.
Friday. Yeah. So real quick, I want to let a lot of people know that I still will be at La Cause Seafood 6 days a week. I'm expanding my business to OTIs in Upper Marlboro Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays starting this week.
My bad.
So I wanted to make that clear to everybody. A lot of people was going crazy thinking I was leaving La Cage. No, I'm expanding my business. So this week, make sure y'all come out to OTIs also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday, we have a free hookah social tasting from 6:30 to 7:30. Make sure y'all come out. We have 3 new flavors that we are doing free shisha tasting for. So make sure y'all come out to OTIs this Monday. But we're going to be there starting this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, each and every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Hey, perfect. Hey, look, and y'all got to know this stuff. So make sure y'all hit up OTI. And yes, he is still at La Cage. Come on, man. That's home base. I love La Cage. Y'all went crazy the other week. Y'all just go crazy. It's hot outside. If y'all don't know anything about La Cage Seafood, the restaurant, y'all need to show up. Man, it's great. The brunch is crazy. The outside is crazy. Listen, real quick, let's get into the show though. This is the Winner Circle Podcast. We are sponsored by Nevea Hookah, okay? We are powered by Tella Entertainment, all right?
Right.
Listen. Also sponsored by, the Live from the Field show, the best fan sports show in the world. We global, all right? And, hold on. Clean sweeps, all right? If you need the side of your siding of your home, all right? Clean. Listen, you make sure you hit up Clean Sweeps, all right? Amazing. One of 3 of D'Angelo Entertainment's businesses, and
Yes.
yeah, remarkable. Man. Hey, self-righteousness, all right? Seeing no wrong, all right? I'm gonna say so, always go biblical with it, right? But it say in the Bible, men will be lovers of themselves. You know what I mean? People are gonna be rude, parents against kids, brother against brother, you know what I mean? But self-righteous, what I mean by that is, I dealt with, and a lot of sometimes women, they are very, 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 very they do this a lot, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, as people, we don't like to be wrong. So I find that women, they hate being wrong. So self-righteous, like saying no wrong. When you're wrong, you have to acknowledge it, man. There's no case in point. I want to apologize on camera, all right? To D'Angelo Entertainment, real quick, I ain't gonna hold y'all, because at the live show, I got so excited, y'all. I get excited. And I didn't even let him introduce himself, and I know better than that. I never do that, and I don't know why I did. I was just so excited. I want to tell you I apologize for that. But you see that? Now, the average person, D'Angelo Entertainment, they not gonna tell you that, bro. They just gonna play it off and then do it the next show. Now, they might not do it the next show or do something, but and sometimes, that's fine. You're not in your space where I'm at. Like, I'm so comfortable with myself. I don't care because I know I'm human. If I fart, it might stink, man. I like my old ex used to say, "Oh, my fart doesn't stink. It smell like roses." All females say that shit. No, it don't. Y'all's be worse than ours. But yeah, that's all. But self-righteous, seeing no wrong. How do you feel about that? And have you been through that, or have you seen that a lot, like lately, or just as you've grown older, like just because you see stuff different as we get older, anyway? So,
Yeah, I see a lot of it here and there. You know what I'm saying? As I get older, I'm kind of thorough on things now, just because I've seen a lot of bullshit, been through a lot of bullshit in life, and you know what I'm saying. I think my man made a quote today that I seen. He said he stays clean in a lot of dirty situations, and I know what it means, but for people that don't know what it means, it just stay you who you are, even though a situation that been in the past or something like that, and you just got to make sure that you stay positive, you stay right, you stay who you are through any trial, tribulations, or anything going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know where it might take
No, it's hard to stay clean in dirty situations. Like I can, if it's raining, you gonna get wet. You know what I'm saying? If it's muddy, you gonna get muddy. But no, I appreciate that too. And I just want to say, same way we look at other people, like we so quick to like when people make say somebody might be out in the intersection a little bit, they might have whatever happened, right? They got and then like I've seen somebody wave their hand, like just and that's just something little. Like sometimes we ridicule
you.
so much. You've been in that situation. Hey, guess what? You accidentally cut somebody off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you accidentally, had to stop on brakes real quick. Like, same thing, man. Like, at the end of the day, all of us have wrong. All of us do wrong. So, like I said, sometimes giving people a little bit of grace, but seeing no wrong, you have to first you gotta look at yourself. You know what I mean? I can't be real with D'Angelo on the team. I can't be real with Skills. I can't be real with y'all unless I'm real with myself. So anyway, man, like seeing no wrong, we gotta apologize. Take that step and that extra step that shows a lot of
Yeah.
character and that person respects you more. I ain't had to do that. D'Angelo Entertainment's been in tons of situations where somebody might have undercut or took her or did something, and they know they didn't mean to do it, and he know they
Yeah.
didn't mean to do it. But just apologize and make it feel a little better. All right, so real quick, visual aesthetics. Okay, now we all like to look good, black people, Caucasian people, all of us. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But sometimes, like, when is it a little bit extra? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when, because a lot of times, especially my I ain't gonna say demographic, but my race and it's all about what we got, and we had to do that because nobody would respect us in the room. White people, nobody would respect us in the room unless we had the jewelry, unless we had the X, Y, and Z. But like, when does it come to the point where enough is enough, where we're starting to put more money into things that we can get money back in instead of just stuff we can say, hey,
Yeah.
look at me, oh, look at me. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. And trust me, I like nice stuff. I like jewelry. I like all that stuff. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I like treating my woman right. I like to see my women. I like to see women in general when they looking good. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be looking good. Y'all know. Hey, shout out to the women though. Y'all looking extra good, just like every summer y'all do. And I hope I get lucky, man. But anyway, like the visual aesthetics though,
Yeah.
sometimes like it's more substance I need. Like that's all I'm saying. Like, how you feel about that? Are you materialistic the entire
Nah,
time?
not at all. You know what I'm saying? I do like nice stuff. I do like to treat myself to nice things, but I never was a jewelry person. I never was a flashy person. I think I was just a person all about business. And I think no matter how I come, you know what I'm saying? Like I come with a regular shirt, t-shirts, but I still like to keep, some things clean about myself. I love to have my hair cut, you know what I'm saying? Cause you just never know who you run into. But I think material things never, what I'm saying, was the thing like it was never a thing to me. I like wearing nice stuff, don't get it wrong. But I never like was the type to have to
Keep some
let
nice
me
kicks
yeah,
on, bro. Don't say you like some yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me though. I like, you know what I'm saying? But I never wore the jewelry. I never was a watch person. I never had to do that to make myself be known. I think I just make myself be known by the money trees that I'm planting for my kids and I'm doing for my family, and it all speaks for itself.
I never see you really like with a watch or so. That'd be a good gift, even though you're aware of like that.
I
A
had
nice
one.
rollie,
I had
a
one for
nice
special
rollie or
occasions.
something, or
I
a
had one
Lavana or
for
something.
special occasions, but I'm just not, bro. I'm regular degular. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good. And you know what? A lot of I'm telling you, a lot of y'all dudes say less is more. That's another thing I want to talk about. Less is more. And I had to learn that. I get so excited sometimes, and my energy, like, so y'all know, if y'all didn't know, I'm if not one of the biggest super fans in the area. And I go to every game.
Yeah.
For the most part, we're going on the road this year. I definitely been to every home game in the past 3 years,
Take
like
him on the
every single
road
one.
this
So yeah,
year.
we're going on
Take
the
you on
road
the
definitely
road, Brody.
London. You know what I mean? But sometimes, I have to kind of balance my stuff. Like I was telling
Yeah.
Angela Entertainment, like I was telling you how people try to feed me drinks at the sometimes it's like, so I be feeding people drinks. Like, take a shot with me. You know what I'm saying? But like sometimes I gotta keep it cool. Why?
Yeah.
Because I might run into Gary Clark. I might run into Santana. I might want to get a good interview, and they know who I am, and they will stop and probably talk. But if
Yeah.
I'm belligerent or if I'm, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people are apprehensive, and sometimes my energy, you got to get to know me. My
Yeah.
energy, D'Angelo said he get to know me. Like it's just my energy, man. I don't mean no harm, but less is more. I'm learning that, so I'm just telling y'all. Sometimes stop talking so much. I know I'm a talker, I'm a yapper, but stop talking so much. Sometimes silence is golden as well. All right, since you was talking about business, man, taking risks. Hey, look, if it ain't no risk, it ain't no reward. Hey, look, I remember people laughed at me, man, when I used to do my videos and I used to go to the game. I said, I'm gonna stop. Why you going to the games? They losing. You know what I'm saying? X, Y, Z. Like, cause this is the time where all my teams kind of was losing. You know what I mean? So, hey, listen, guess what? I kept at it. I kept at it. Parents, you know what I'm saying, significant others. I mean, you're not making no money. Where's the money? Show me the money, right? But you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, it's like, y'all, they not doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. So have you ever done a business? I had to break it down. You ever done a business? Guess what? Yeah. I've generated money off. Where the money at? Guess what? So, hey, we have production costs, we have certain things. If you run a business, Greg gotta buy these hookahs. Excuse me, not even the hookah, the stuff you use to smoke it. He got to buy the actual hookah, all right, and he has to buy the cold stuff like that.
And I gotta pay my employees.
And he got to play his employee. All that's a part of a business. What happens is you want to generate more than what you're making. So his goal might be 1,500 a day. Guess what? He got to pay out $500, $600 out. Employees, he got to put another 200 into what he spent. And guess what? That's his profit. But guess what? That's the business.
Yeah.
The ups and downs. You got to take no. If it ain't, hey, ain't no glory. Hey, unless you take risks. Ain't no risk. It ain't no rewards.
You gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah, tell them about that. How do you feel about, like, when is the time where you had to take a risk? I'll get into more like how my people's and just my circle kind of, and they kind of getting it now to a
Yeah.
degree. But when is it coming time where you just had to kind of just is that gonna work? You know what I mean? They could have did it with the hookah, they could have with the clean sweeps, probably all of them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But when did you have to like turn your fucking button on? Like, you got to believe in yourself and then put that up in the sky. Your higher power.
Well, first of all, I believe in God, so that's the first thing that I do. I have a conversation with Him, pray all the time before I do something. But I think we can just talk about this situation. I really didn't know how much I would like doing the podcast and being in front of the cameras because I'm always been the type of person been in the back, always been kind of just a type of person that just didn't like doing a lot of stuff from the camera. Like I like putting people in front, but I don't like doing that. So I think doing this podcast is one of the things. What what I'm saying, I should honestly say that was a risk for me.
And I knew it. And I said that like a couple episodes. Well, the first couple episodes, you out your like, I really like you stepped out your comfort zone, but
Yeah,
bro, like you turning into a natural, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I already told you, you know what I'm saying? You got me, man. You know what I'm saying? I got your best interest. And I
for
think, like I
sure.
said, with me personally, I mean, a lot of people probably think the beg to differ, but I think me and him are a perfect dynamic, as our co-host, as his co-host, and him as my co-host. And I'm gonna tell you why, just because the energy and the balance, Greg
Yeah,
is more, you know what I mean? And I think once we come, y'all are seeing us, we already have chemistry. We actually hang out. Meaning, I see this dude. My son actually helps him with his hookah. You know what I mean? Like, actually don't help him. He actually works for Nevaeh Hookah. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying? So we all family, man. And with me, it's like taking risks. I see the risks he take every single day. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So, and that pushed me, and I've been taking risks too. So, anyway, look, before we get into our next block, all right, believing in yourself. Um, Shoot, man, like I told you, people don't even believe in themselves. How they gonna believe in you? You
Yeah.
know how many times people told me, why you going to them games? You spend on them. Oh, you could go to the games, but you can't do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do this, but you can't do. And people love to throw stuff in your face like that. And you know what? Sometimes, like, I had to get tough skin. Like, you really, really, really gotta have tough skin, and you gotta believe yourself. A lot of people, that ain't gonna work. Or everybody has a TV show. Everybody, you know what I mean? Now you gotta look at it like, I mean, what we got going on with the Live from the Field show, it's nothing like it on TV. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Everybody went left, I went right, vice versa. You know what I mean? Not to mention we got the special edition and we have a podcast. You know what I mean? Not just me. Sometimes y'all get sick of me. We balance it out. Look, we got D'Angelo Entertainment, and like, this is a winner circle podcast. Who else would be better? A business owner. You know what I mean? A person who y'all can see my growth with my merch and certain things that are coming into play. You know what I mean? Nevaeh Hookah. We have. Hey, and by the way, if y'all want to sponsor on the show, I mean, we are consistent.
Yeah.
All right, every single day we got stuff lined
A
up.
lot of work.
Sponsors are coming in. It's probably a good idea for y'all to tap in with us. I'm just saying. Hey, we already have OTI restaurant. We should be doing something at Lacage very, very soon. So, anything you want to point out real quick, man?
I just want to say, what I'm saying, hard work. Hard work pays off, and I feel like it's paying off. And I just told my man today. He said, "Man, you're in full gear." I was like, "No, I'm just hitting first gear." You know what I'm saying? And I got goals I want to meet, and you'll see the progress. But I appreciate everybody that's been following my journey, that's been tuning in, listening to us. You know what I'm saying, for the stuff that I never shared with anybody, but I feel as though when I got in this podcast, I was able to share it with a lot of people that need to hear it, what's going on. So, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I definitely wanted to tap into. I wanted to say, but I wanted to let people know, man, just stay down. If you got something, just keep on going on. Stay focused. 10 toes down, baby.
Hey, if you didn't already, make sure you hit that subscribe bell, all right? This show, the Winner Circle Podcast, all right, is sponsored by Nevaeh Hook, all right? We also are powered by Truth Teller Network, okay? Also, like I said, make sure you follow all the hosts and don't forget to subscribe to the Winner Circle Podcast. Also, if you love sports, make sure you subscribe to the Live from the Field show. All right. Home Team King, D'Angelo Entertainment, Winner Circle. Let's go.
What up? What up? We back.
You know it.
Ha
All
ha
right.
ha ha.
All right, get to the topics, man. Hey, listen. Well, if you want to, this show is sponsored by Nevaeh Hookah, the smoothest hookah on the planet. We powered by Truth Teller Network. All right. Hey, listen, make sure if you haven't already subscribed to the Winner Circle Podcast, okay? Right now. Subscribe. Hey, anything y'all want us to talk about, any topics y'all need us to discuss, hey, hit us up in the YouTube community. Family matters, man. I love family, man. Speaking of family, I think that should.
Yeah, family matters. Today I want to talk about my topic is family matters. Today, this week has been real busy for me. Like I said, Father's Day was yesterday, so
Oh man,
happy Father's Day, man. Happy Father's Day, man.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers
All the
out there. Yeah,
fathers,
go ahead and
man.
finish that. We're gonna break it down. We're
Yeah,
gonna give another
happy
shout out
Father's
to
Day, and
because we don't get enough credit, man.
we don't, man. I ain't see no commercial ads or nothing like that. I think the network need to kind of do a little better with that. But Father's Day, man, was real special to me. Like I said, the fiance, she took care of me this week too, man.
Good
Took
for
me out to eat, man. Kind of just, let me not, just sit back, fall back, and she kind of take things over. But just showing up for family. You know what I'm saying? I kind of missed a couple events this week due to family. A lot of people not going to understand that because they don't care what's going on. I think those things are real important. I could kind of juggle those things in a way of, making sure that I was there for those things, but also I knew what I had to do, and it's just a balance of things, and I think I just need to do better as far as showing up for family events. My dad, I wasn't. I'll see him throughout the week, but I wasn't able to spend Father's Day with him just because they were out of town, and I thought they were coming back today. And my mom called me, and I was already out doing things with the family because they took me out. But I felt bad because my father deserves a lot more, even just the times of sitting with him. I wish I could have did, but I did thought they was going to be out of town. But I'm just saying you got to show up no matter what family goes on. I could have did a lot better, but also I know in my mind they're not trying to hear that. But I think family showing up to those things, keep consistency. You know what I'm saying, for the people that support you. So you know what I'm saying. What's your take on that?
I agree with you 1,000%. Let me tell you why. Because somebody told me a long time ago, put your energy. Sometimes we put energy in stuff we don't need to, like friends or certain associates. Put your energy in the people who are going to be around that hospital bed when, it's all. Because guess what? Nothing's promised. One thing for sure is promised to us. We all got to walk through that door. We all like the door. You know what I mean? That door we all dread, but guess what? It's going to come. So whoever going to be in that hospital bed, it's only going to be a few. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be your pops. It's gonna be your mom. It's
Yeah,
gonna be your sister. It's gonna be your
gonna be your immediate
actually it's
family.
probably gonna be a ton of people for you, Greg, because But the point I'm trying, but for some people, realize, but it's not gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be everybody you might have thought. You understand what I mean? So sometimes we got to put that energy in. Man, my nana, she 95. I'm feeling bad. They went up to see her this weekend. I didn't go, and I was just telling my son that I was like, listen, man, we gotta go see Nana. She's 95.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Go take her something and just see her. I talked to her on the phone. Very rare. I talk to her on the phone more too. So just stop. We got to stop. We take a lot for granted, bro. We take breath for granted. Some people, like I told, I was talking to my son. My son a good kid. I was like, man, I just stand on top of it. Like my mom
awesome
just stay on
kid.
my ass. But thank you, man. But I said, man, you being lazy. Oh, what? Well, I just don't feel like it, Dad.
Yeah,
I was like, you don't feel like using your brain, going on your phone and just getting the information. All right, I see what you're saying. This shit was so hard for us
yeah.
back in the
Sometimes you got to walk
like,
them through it though.
and you know what? That's another thing you gotta walk. Sometimes I'm a little extra hard, and all of us sometimes we get hard on
Yeah,
our kids. But I mean, well, my intentions is good. But yeah, man, just family wise, like,
Yep.
and just we take a lot of stuff for granted, man. We take our family, we take our kids for granted sometimes, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway,
And like I said, next we're gonna talk about communication under family matters. I just think communication goes a long way in each and every aspect of life. Because communication can kind of settle a lot of things, put people at ease with what they got going on, and just everything. Just make sure you send that text out real quick, make that phone call. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't. Even though I talk about it so much, but sometimes I don't. But those are things that I can work on, the extra time of me saying, hey, this is what's going on, blah, 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 until something else comes about. So I think communication also in each and every aspect should go a long way as far as things you want to do in life.
what if you ain't saying eye to eye to that person and then you on that like a lot of us do? Hey, look, man, he ain't reach out to me. I ain't reaching out to them. But sometimes it takes
Yeah,
sometimes to walk through that door. I'm gonna say something before I ask you that real quick, and I'm gonna swing it back to you. You know, somebody was telling me, yeah, man, why you gonna reach out to them? They don't support you on your platform and this, and I was like, you know what? Sometimes you got to open that door. And what I did was I reached out to that person.
yeah,
Oh man, I loved you for years. And guess what? Sometimes you can look at, oh, now they love. No, it's sometimes you got to open that door. People
yeah,
don't know. And you're apprehensive. Some of us are apprehensive a lot. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So sometimes you got to open that door. Sometimes you know what? Just because somebody else do something, y'all try to say you don't got to do it. And I learned that, man. My life is so much better because
yeah,
I ain't got to play tit for tat for these. I don't got to do none of that.
yeah,
You shouldn't have to either. But you know what I mean? Communication is key. A lot of times we don't want to open that door. You know what I mean? Sometimes I see people on the street. I remember, like, you go down country. Hey, how you doing? Hi, everybody wave. These days, nobody don't even speak to you. Like, I might walk past somebody. A young lady was at her car the other day. I was like, okay. Hey, how are you? She looked at me like,
yeah.
but you know
It's
what I mean? The people
crazy,
that was
man.
like, and it's cool. She didn't have to speak. She didn't have to speak. But the point I'm trying to make is it's just, just rude, and we just don't communicate. We
Yeah.
rather just not say nothing. So how you feel about that though?
I mean, sometimes people are stuck in their ways with a lot of stuff. You
You
know
know
what
what I
I'm saying?
mean? What I mean by like when you're not seeing eye to eye person, and how do you deal with that
I
sometimes?
mean, when you see eye to,
When you
even if you
don't.
don't see eye to eye, but I still make sure that I do my part. You know what I'm saying? Each and every day I got to do my part. Like I said, that I greet my staff each and every day on the group text. I let them know what's going on. Even when before I announce OTIs that I'll be expanding my business there, I let my team know so it ain't no surprise to anybody like that. So I think that's a big factor into communication. Just, you know what I'm saying? And when you're not seeing eye to eye, just make sure that, you do your part because it needs to be settled. But at the same time, when you do your part, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters at all what's going on. So once you do your part, say, hey, how you doing? This and that, move forward. That's it. You done your part.
No, for real. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm human, man. I get stuck in my ways too. It might be some people right now that I probably should call, and I should probably because it ain't nothing but a communication thing
Yeah.
that's holding us between each other. But actually, what I'm gonna do, I'll tell you next week. I'm gonna reach out to them people, man. Because yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I'll tell everybody what happened. We had a little this happened. But go ahead.
we had
Go
a
ahead.
little hiccup. So my next topic I want to talk about is never never what I put on here. It was a rough draft, but never how big the situation is. You have people that's always supported you and they need your support also. So reason why I want to talk about this today because um you need a team to
Hmm.
be successful in life.
What?
And whatever you're doing, I think that's always good to be supportive of your team, communicate. Also, like I said, just making sure that you have that support because you're not gonna go further just doing it by yourself. You have to do it as a team. And once you do things as a team, like I said, everything's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Everything is gonna work itself out because again, you can't do it all by yourself. That's even in a relationship. You can't you can't work if you're doing one thing and the other person's not doing the other. You make sure you have that support of one another. Communicate. Make sure those things are being talked about. you know?
Definitely in relationships. I think a lot of relationships fall. A lot of mine didn't go the way I planned it because of communication barriers.
Excuse me.
And a lot of the ones that went great went good because we knew how to communicate. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We understood each other. We understood when someone we weren't it wasn't a nitpick type of thing. It was really somebody had a concern. You know what I mean? And it takes you just being friends with your partner, man. But you got to communicate. Man, 80% of communication is nonverbal.
Yeah.
People love language or gifts or affection, things of that nature. Some people love language. I don't know if y'all know. I just learned about love language the past 5 years. What is it? 5 of them, right? But like for instance, my love language is, what I mean. Hey, I like to give gifts. You know what I mean. I like to stop, like somebody needs something or something like that. I like to pick it up, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, words of endearment. You know what I mean. I like that. But whatever your communication is, you know what I mean. Just communicate. And some people you got to understand.
Yeah.
Everybody communicate. Like I'm very verbal, right? D'Angelo Entertainment might be nonverbal more. So I have to understand when he, understand? I understand his communication when he upset. Sometimes when people are upset, when they're very introverted, they won't tell you. It's like, well, I got to figure out. They just not going. And sometimes patience is a virtue. You got to wait. Sometimes they not ready yet to tell you. They'll tell you. Like, and I know me and D'Angelo Entertainment was talking about that. Hey, when is the right time? I just like to get right to it. Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes I could get right to it. It's not about
Yeah.
afraid type of thing. It's just that I want my message to be conveyed when you have all your senses going.
Yeah.
Like, especially when people want to listen to respond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, communication is key to winning. Being a winning, communication is key in business. You got to communicate in business to make them deals. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to be a great communicator. If you're not, ebonics. Look, and you talking to a dude who, on my sports show, sometimes I'm a little rough around the edges, but the ebonics, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just as black people, like, I get it. But come on, man. At the end of the day, like, talk like you got some sense, communicate. So people going, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hey, look, yeah, right. Show you right. Man, all that, look, all that's, you're not saying nothing. You know what I mean? You should let your words mean something. Everything you say, like a bar, like how Nikki and Wayne and Jade, anyway, I don't want to run over.
Yeah. But like I said, next, what we're going to talk about, I think I kind of talked to this a lot. I mean, a little bit in the last sentence I was saying, but hate missing special things, understanding your goals, but hard for those who don't see it. Like I said, this was a rough draft, but what I'm just pretty much saying is, um, I'm working 7 days a week, man, and a lot of people don't understand your goals. Like me and my mom, we go at it all the time. My mom was like, "Oh, you ain't come see your dad on Father's Day and this," and I said, I apologize. First of all, it took a deep breath for me sometimes to um try to say things, but I try to also make sure I try to say things without them knowing. But I think the bigger picture will understand that, like, damn, my son was really working hard at this and it's all going to benefit because what I'm trying to do is financial freedom for my family. You know what I'm saying? And I think with me trying to create these things, financial freedom, I think they'll understand it at the end. But also, that goes back to me not communicating, but also making sure that I'm able to show up for these things. Because again, like I said, my daughter also had a dance recital. All this stuff was happening this weekend. I was there. I was there, but at the same time, is I thought I had more time than I supposed to because I was running my damn mouth doing other things when I should have been there extra early for the performance. I got there, but I was like there. I just got right there when it happened. I was supposed to have been there. So, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think that all goes about when you also have to make sure that, with you working at your goals and you're doing things, also think about the people that's there for you, that's supporting you and things like that. So, what's your take on that real quick,
All right,
Home
man.
Tank?
I'm just pulling something up for you. Yeah, man. Sometimes, like, they just, my parents say this. My parents old school, man. They was taught you go to work, go to job, go. Hey, you want to make extra money, work another job, work,
Mm,
work, work. Trade your time for money. You know what I mean? Now you can do that now to a degree. D'Angelo Entertainment, he just basically said he's trading a lot of time for money. But if you're gonna work now, you're gonna work later.
yeah,
Say it again. If you're gonna work now or work later. So he putting in all this work. Hey, look, you looking at a dude who's 44 years old,
mhm,
man. I can look at myself. Hey, you a late bloomer. Hey, guess what? You gonna work now or later. Guess what? I gotta work now. You know what I'm saying? Because my goal is in 50. I have a 5-year plan. By the time I'm 50, I want to retire. I want to be able to invest in things to generate more money. You know what I mean? I want to be able to make sure my son, his kids are good. My unfortunately they didn't, maybe it was hard for them, whatever the case. My grandparents, they didn't do that. My dad, he couldn't do that. You know what I mean? I told him the other day, look, you trade your time for money, and now look, you retired. Now you sit, now you with my mother, but now my mother is making, is the breadwinner to a degree. Yeah, you still, my dad made good money. He was a supervisor. But you know what I'm saying? He got cars, everything he want, he got. You know what I mean? But the thing about vets, he loved vets, if you know my dad. But
Yeah.
the point I'm trying to make, and I'm gonna wrap it up, like, they don't understand what we got going on right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They don't understand it's about being an entrepreneur, and guess what? You got to put that time in now, not later.
Yep. Real quick, we're gonna go into networking family. I want to talk about this today because I got a real good friend of mine named Devontae. He also working with doing some of our merch. Black, as you all know him.
Shout
Like I
out to
said,
Black.
yeah, Black man, he been doing a lot of things, man. And actually, we've been coming together doing a lot of networking. And like I said, man, it's been turned up, man. It's been turned up these last few days. With a lot of stuff going on, what we trying to do, and I just think, and I just told him that, what I'm saying, it was all meant to be. You know what I'm saying? It was all meant to be. So what I'm saying is pretty much, like I said, get the network and get your friends together and y'all do it. D'Angelo Entertainment. We here at the Winter Circle. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comments. We on all platforms. You can't miss us. We drop every Wednesday. Y'all gotta make sure y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? We talk about a lot of good stuff on this show. And we global. We around the world. Come on. You would knowledge yourself. You would get a lot of good life skills on this show. And we gonna keep everything 1,000. Straight like that. Cause that's what we doing. Balling. We back.
Back, baby.
Episode 13. I just want to just give a real quick thank you for being here with us, our new subscribers, our one that tune in each and every week that support us. I want to say I thank you all for keeping up with us on this journey. Me and home team
Thank y'all,
and Truth Teller Network. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for having us turned up each and every week. But we're gonna get right into it. My topic I want to talk about is how I keep everything within my city I grew up in instead of stepping out of the DC, Virginia area, and what you need what you need as a team to be successful. So I really want to talk about that today because what I'm doing for a lot of the with my business and with talking with doing things within my area. First of all, I was born and raised in Capitol Heights, Maryland, right off Walker Mill Road, Prince George's County, and I like to keep things within my area. This is the area I'm from. This is the area I was raised, and like for instance, like my hookah business. I'm building something right within the Prince George's County area that Prince George's County don't have.
it's a void. You felt it.
Yeah,
Most
I
definitely.
felt the void, and I felt like Maryland, we didn't have anything. And with what I'm doing, I want to keep it within because I have got offers from DC and Virginia to come out there and do stuff, but why not do it right here in your area? Then we can expand and do that. But I think first and foremost, my thing was I wanted to make sure I do something for my area, Prince George's County, and make sure that we have things you can come to, you can have a good time, and bring the vibes here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those things right there um was not enough. And then for me to come in and what I got going on, I wanted to make sure that I established that Prince George's County, we got some things going on. We got some things to talk about. We got some things popping here that, we didn't need to go to DC. We didn't need to go to Virginia as an option. Now, I love DC, Maryland, Virginia, but I'm from Prince George's County. And what I'm creating is bringing it back on the Maryland side.
Mhm.
So, what you'll talk about it.
No, that's cool. I mean, I was raised in Capitol Heights too, graduated from Suland. And hey, right now, shoot, we're going to go vote tomorrow. I don't know if y'all voting, if y'all live in PG County, y'all need to be voting. Siobhan Hedgepath, if you're in District, I believe, District 4. And we have Dominique Lamb as well. She's running for council, and
Yeah.
also, of course, Keith Washington. But yeah, like so, just certain little things like that, and
Yeah.
just a lot of people are iffy about politics, but guess what? Those are the people who the game changes, and the rule people who not don't bend the rules, so to speak, but they can change the rules,
Yeah.
in your favor. So I live in PG County, and I love that he's bringing the hookah actually to PG County, because like you don't get it anywhere else. Everybody love his hookah. Like you be surprised. Like I got you starting a trend now. You're gonna have a couple of more popping up. Trust me. But guess what? He's like, and that's just like with me too. Like with what I got going on. Like right now, we putting a lot of pressure. Like so we making sure you're seeing us on all the platforms. You know what I mean? We posting. We going live. All that good stuff. We got almost you know tons of shows on our network. I have shows. D'Angelo has the podcast, and probably more coming in the works as well.
Yeah.
So like it's it's a remarkable thing, man. And a lot of times it's all DC, DC. I was born in DC. You know what I mean? So I got love. I think we all should come together a little bit more. Sometimes it's a lot of separation. There's a difference in living in the capital and Maryland. I don't care if you're in PG. Right across the street was 7th Avenue for me, so I can jump lines soon as to the point where we used to in my neighborhood. We used to, oh, don't worry, the police get behind PG, get behind you, just run to DC.
Yeah.
Oh, DC behind, like we jumped the line. Now it got to the point PG will still chase you all the way in the southeast, going in southwest, wherever, vice versa, if they really
Yeah.
want you. But that's just how close it was. But guess what? It was different. You know what I mean? So, but I like that, and the Ethiopians, I think. Shout out to the Ethiopians. Shout out to all the,
Shout out to the Arab.
the Arabs, I mean, they really holding it down. But you kind of, I know look, you resemble them a little bit too. And they taught him a lot. I think it rubbed off on when they was teaching them, man. I don't know, something rubbed off on him. But man, like you see how he went left. Nobody, like same thing, like, I of all people know how to have an idea that nobody, and then just, run with it, man. That's the stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff that's unique brings you the bread. And he's doing great with his hookah, but and he's just getting started, man. 2 locations. I think you going on your way to 3, probably at the end of the summer or before. So, man, it's remarkable, man. And
Yeah.
yeah, bringing it to PG County, man. Shout out to DC and VA, because we do have the rallies in VA, D'Angelo
Yeah,
Entertainment.
we do.
But hey, look, man, you don't have to go there. You could come to Maryland, and sometimes the vibe a little bit better. You ain't got to worry about getting your car broken into. The YNs tripping out. Got some YNs out, but it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? So, I haven't even been going to DC a lot, like really. Like I be out PG County. I do, but when
I,
I go to games, when I've been to Audi, you know what I'm saying? Of
yeah.
course, that's like the only time. And then when I
Yeah.
get to Audi, I do get caught up down there because there's so much stuff down, especially Southwest. But shoot, man,
Yeah, it just
I be
it's just a
chilling in PG
bigger
County, bro.
yeah, it's just a bigger picture, man, that I've just seen. And I thank you for Lacage. I also want to thank OTIs, but first of all, thank Lacage for actually just kind of really put me on the map with, what I'm saying, able to really people really able to see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? They're able to have a home where I can be able to set up, do what I need to do. And it went from there, man. I'm all about good customer service. I'm all about, what I'm saying, just being me. I'm just all about making sure people are happy all the times, man. And I just thank for all the people that do come out and come see me. Cause actually it's funny because the DJ text me, DJ Zoom, shout out to DJ Zoom, man. And he was like, man, a lot of people are leaving Lacage because there's no hookah today. And it's crazy that the fact that my business have and what it does, it means a lot to me, man. Because I was kind of upset that I wasn't there, but it was Father's Day yesterday, man, and I needed a day off to relax and get pampered, get treated. And I was just kind of upset about that, but I knew that my staff had other plans also. But we're going to make sure that we never miss Father's Day hookah service at Lacoste, even though if I'm not there, we're going to make sure that, we had those services 6 days a week as we supposed to, as long as the weather's permit. But I just wanted to make sure that I let that be known that um what I'm building here in Prince George's County is something special, man. And us as people that come out, we want to make sure that we do the right thing also, because we can't mess good things up. And like I said, a good thing that I remember when they had the boulevard. Remember they had the boulevard?
I find that
Boulevard.
people mess good things up when
Yeah.
they take it for granted. My fault.
Yes.
My fault, Dan.
Yeah, no, no, you're right. And the boulevard was a great thing, man, for me when I was growing up. But we had people come out there and mess it up, and we shouldn't allow that. Especially if this is our home, we shouldn't allow that. We should have changed things up and did the right thing, because if you see a lot of good things when it happens and not being structured or have any type of protection or anything, I feel as though it fails. And that looks bad on us as the community, as our county, as our home. We got to take better of our home, but we got to learn just to make sure that, we out here having a good time, but also, we can't mess things up, man. It's a beautiful thing, man, we got going on in our area, man. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to make sure we take care of things.
Most definitely, most definitely. So that was a good take. Oh, real quick, switch gears a little bit, all right? Unless you've been under a rock lately, AI has been taking precedent over not only the country, the earth, the whole world. Like, you know what I mean? So, and the man behind a lot of this, excuse me, all of it, is yours truly, Elon Musk. Elon. So, the good, the bad, the ugly, how will this affect us 10 years from now? Now, Elon's telling you, hey, this is great. AI, they're even right now, AI, of course, is not giving you, it's giving you the information it can give you right now, but it's still not giving you all the information. So they're using humans, meaning they're getting humans, especially on Instagram. Go on your Instagram right now. If you search it, they actually have ways you can actually make money
Yeah.
through, well, not on Instagram, but through YouTube. It's that the program is through Instagram and YouTube. And what it is, you can actually rate videos to make money.
Mm.
And a lot of times people seeing the money in it, right? But all this is to get people intelligence. So it can help the computer actually think even more to the point where we don't need humans anymore. Real quick, I want to go back into something about that. But how do you feel about 10 years from now with this Elon Musk thing, with the Teslas, cameras everywhere, left and right? You got robots. You got robots doing stuff. You got robots looking like police officers. Now, these
Yeah,
police officers are already crazy,
yeah.
doing crazy because they scared half the time, for whatever the case may be, or because they just aggressive. Now, think if you got a robot, man. You know what I'm saying? Think if it glitched. Think what if you got a robot as your firefighter? Like, you know what I'm saying? What if that motherfucker glitch, man? Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, but eventually it's gonna come to the point where I think it's gonna get smart. And it's just like anything, that's like with me. I've done this podcast. It's my own pod. I've been on tons of few pods, but you know what I mean? This is my own. But guess what? Every time I do one, I get better. You know what I'm saying? Every time I do a show on Live from the Field show, I get better. Same thing with D'Angelo Entertainment. So every year, this thing is getting better. And things are going on y'all can't even see him right now. But how you feel about humans being replaced in the next couple 10 years, maybe less, and the good, the bad, and ugly with the AI, man?
Man, it's crazy. It's really crazy to think about it, man. Because I would have never thought about something like this coming about, and I also think
You
that's
from the
why.
next tail era, my bad. So we never thought about
Yeah, I never thought about something like this would come about. Even though I just noticed when you call people on the phone, it don't ring no more. They kind of give you like a salad, and then it gives you where the option sometime, hey, stay on the line. Let me see if this person will allow you to pick up the phone. It's crazy that I'm so used to hearing that phone, brrr, brrr, but they don't even do that no more when you make phone calls. They give you like a silent, like I'm actually checking my phone to see if I called the person,
it. Mhm.
but then again, it's all about all this AI stuff. But I think that all goes about also
See,
just making sure that we have some type of ownership of things we got, man, because right now, what you got going on and you working for somebody and things like that, depending on what type of job you do, AI is going to take over that. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel as though we got to get ownership. We got to get creative in the way of things of how we do things or what we got going on because AI is here. The first time I seen something with AI when I used to work at Howard University, when I seen the robots was delivering your food to the campus, bro. Instead of the people that used to the delivery drivers, the Chinese and the pizza delivery
heard that.
drivers, but they got these freaking robots coming up and down the road on campus delivering your food, going into like a robot going into the back of it, getting your food and all that. But man, we gotta get creative out here. We can't allow these machinery things to kind of take over some things that are meant for. So
No, no, no. That's great. No. So listen, man, like definitely it's a different time now. Working for somebody, that ain't really the way. So if you can find a way to pivot, find a way to own your own and master your own and make a way to kill the food
yeah,
that you eat instead of having someone else kill it for you. Because guess what? When they want to stop killing it, what you gonna do? You got to starve. So
yeah.
you rather get your own food out here, like we did back in those times. You know what I mean?
Get back in that kitchen.
But real quick, like
Yeah, get back in that kitchen. Make your own food.
so it's funny, man. You got facial recognition. All right. Hey, I pay most 90%, but the past 3 years, 3 to 5 years, I've been paying.
Yeah,
I probably pay 80% of the time on my phone than anything. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Real quick, I want to just real quick, D'Angelo, and time because we're gonna move on. But if today or tomorrow they say no more money because cash is obviously obsolete, go down Georgetown. We're talking about DC, Maryland, Virginia, but go down Georgetown. You can't even use cash down there. If they
yeah.
told you today or
Everything is
tomorrow,
flawless.
if they told you today or tomorrow, right now, you have to just for security reasons. All right, we want to put a chip in your hands for your facial recognition, for your house, for everything, for your money, and all that stuff. What would you say to that right now? If you had to do that right now, you gonna buck or you gonna apply?
You gotta adapt. You gotta adapt to it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I said, people run around with fake money these days. And if you're not checking, you don't have that marker to check it to see or take time out to look at your dollar, you lost. Because again, like I said, you can't go to when you got that cash or anything, you can't go to the bank and try to deposit it in your account because they're like, this is fake money.
No, you don't. So you cool with the new thing? Because trust me, it's coming right now. Like I said, with the facial recognition, no cash. You would, if you had to put your bank and your money on you on your person. I mean, they had to insert a chip inside your
Yeah.
body. You would do it.
I wouldn't I'm not even thinking that far. That's crazy that you said that. I'm not even thinking that far, but
Do you believe that's gonna happen soon?
I wouldn't be surprised. I won't be surprised if something like that happened because the internet, these things are taking over. You know what I'm saying? And we just gotta adapt to it. You know what I'm saying? Like tap. I love tap. I ain't gonna lie. I do like the tap situation where you can tap your phone and get your stuff information and everything. Because again, a lot of people taking your information and scamming and everything. I do like the tap situation, but I haven't thought that far what you just said.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. We're gonna get back into it a little bit more though. But no, that's great. I'm good. I want to bother you a little bit, but I have an answer. You know what I mean for that. My son's 19. Hey, I'm not. Sometimes, hey, I have time issues sometimes, but guess what? It become the reason why is because I don't prep. When I don't prep, I'm always behind. When I prep,
Yes.
and and that's the thing. Like as a winner, you got to take accountability, and at the end of the day, you got to live in your truth. But like I said, we working on it. But yeah, man, most definitely. But preparation is everything. All right, we back. Winner Circle Podcast. All right, listen. So
You're up.
D'Angelo Entertainment, the man of minis. All right. Home team king, Mr. Live from the Field Show himself. So we was talking about AI and how things are changing, good, bad, and ugly with it. And I asked D'Angelo Entertainment a question. I said, hey, what if they said today or tomorrow they're gonna insert because of security reasons, a lot of theft, things are going on, aliens, whatever thing they're gonna tell us, some lie they're gonna tell us. All right. I just want to point that out right away. I asked him, would you put a chip for, for all your money? And I get it, it's a protection type of thing. But
Yeah.
also that's a way they're gonna be able to control you and see what everything that you doing,
Yeah.
everything that you thinking, your
It's
blood
crazy.
pressure. And yeah, oh yeah, you can tell your blood pressure, you can tell if you're sick, we can tell all that stuff, right? But guess what? Other people that you might not want to know that information might know. You see what I'm saying? Guess what? You never know. They can still shut everything down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, shit, ask Kanye. He's a billionaire. He got a lot of that money back. But guess what? They took everything, they zilch your bank account. The feds. If you a billionaire and you got all that through fraud or something like that, they will zilch your bank account. That's what I'm saying. So it's not even about money anymore. It's not even about gold. Gold used to be what backed the money. You see what I mean? Now we don't even have anything in our reserve. If y'all know anything, we can get into that too. But we don't have anything in our reserve. You know what I mean? Fort Knox is done. You understand what I'm saying? So, but eventually it's gonna come a point where, we got a lot of cryptocurrency and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, when that happens, that's when everybody gonna buck.
Yeah.
That's when it's gonna be like more of a revolution. You know what I mean? So and it's gonna get real crazy. And I got a feeling, man, it's gonna happen real, real soon. So I just, we just tapping into that stuff.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible too. You know what I mean? You will have to have something in your hand or I guess your head. Okay, now that it's a lot of metaphorical things in the Bible, And if you're not into the Lord, if the Lord don't want you to know certain things you don't know. That's why people say the Bible is X, Y, and Z. It's just because you weren't meant to understand certain things. That's why Jesus spoke in parables. But it says in it, this day is gonna come. And hey man, y'all listen, don't listen. you listen to your audiobooks, listen, but man, read your Revelations, gonna tell you everything. But it's getting kind of scary, man. But anyway,
Yeah,
let's get on. I don't want to scare you. I think I'm scared. I think I scared D'Angelo and Taya. Not scared. I kind of had him think, damn, bro, what the fuck am I gonna do? You know what I mean? But it's something to think
it's
about,
something to
bro.
think about.
Hey,
Yeah,
guess what?
it
They
is.
talk about a blackout. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that, right? The last remember when Verizon, the phones went out. Y'all remember that? Oh my gosh, it's a glitch. Y'all went
Yeah,
crazy, right?
people was
You know
going
how
crazy,
dependent,
man.
you know how
It was-
dependent I am on my phone and on these gadgets. If it was to go away now, I'm from that era, so like I think I'll be able to back. Everybody's gonna be like a shock to it. So and they already getting us adapted to it. So
Yep.
it's getting scary, man. It's getting scary. Elon, I don't know, man. You like a mad scientist. I don't know if you're not the gift to America or whatever like that. I
Yeah.
think you're a mad scientist. You got something up your sleeve. Anyway,
Nah.
Father's Day, man. You want to get into Father's? Hey, how was your Father's Day? I know you said, so how was your Father's Day? Though? I know you
Man,
couldn't see Pop. Shout out to Pop. Shout out to I saw my family, but that's because I was over the house. My son, he 19, he's with us. So I was gonna ask you what you got for Father's Day. Hey, my mom fixed crab legs. You know what I mean? One of my lady friends came over, bought some crabs. You know what I'm saying? And we ate some crabs. You know what I'm saying? And we had some good food. You know what I mean? To
yeah.
go along with that, some nice potato, baked potato, wrapped up. Homemade. You know what I mean?
Man,
Oh,
that sound good. What was mine's at, man?
man, I got you, man. Oh, grilled chicken. My brother, he grilled some chicken on the grill. You know what I mean? He ain't smoked the joint. I wanted some smoke. I ain't like how that smoked ham and that smoke. Stay away from that pork. I love bacon though, and I love pork ribs. You know what I mean? But
No pork on
but
my
that's what I
plate.
got, man. Nothing too major. Nothing too major. Hold on. Did somebody? Anyway, somebody's supposed to be sending me something that's some commander stuff and a mic, but I haven't gotten it yet. But anyway, thanks to them though in advance. And what'd you get for Father's Day, man?
I got a lot of love, man. A lot of
Me
love,
too.
man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got some things. I got a some for work, man. I laugh because y'all women always think us men need some tools and things like that, but I appreciate my old lady for getting me this. Cause I have a habit of when I put my clothes in the washing machine, I always got some washers, always got some damn nut bolts falling out my pocket. So she actually got me this magnetized wristband, so the washers and stuff stay on them. And that was pretty cool.
Hey, wife, you
That was
think you
pretty-
slick?
Yeah,
Funny women
yeah,
always get us gifts to
yeah,
help them out.
yeah,
Why y'all do that?
yeah.
Y'all always give us gifts to help us anyway. Shout out to wife, ain't like that, but
They
that's
think we
smart
home improvement all the time,
though.
man. But
We
look,
help them a little
that was
bit though,
good.
right?
I love that. I love that she got me that. She actually got me a personal vacuum for the car. Cause a lot of times as I be working so much, man, I need to take care of my baby a lot more. But she got me a vacuum. I can kind of just, kind of
Like
clean up
that's
little
great
mess and
too.
stuff like that. And what else I get? I actually got a she was funny because I got a back scratcher too. I've been wanting a back scratcher.
Those is a had. You know what I use
Yeah,
the Angelo Entertainment? I use the threshold of doors, like my grandfather told me.
yeah.
But I need one of those now.
Yeah,
This
I
time.
got a back scratcher, man. Like I said, I use it from time to time, and I think that was really good because she does listen a lot to me. I'm thinking she don't, but those things mean a lot to me, and I can use those things.
Women are better listeners than us. I would say that. I think because y'all talk so much, y'all girl talk, so y'all don't want to miss nothing. So y'all like us guys, if it ain't nothing we really want. So shout out to
Yeah,
her. Shout out to y'all
we
for
had a
listening.
and then she took me to a nice restaurant down in Southwest called The Point, man. It was
Oh,
really
I
good,
never
man.
been there. How was it?
It was nice, man.
What'd you get?
I got a I got a lump crab cake, bro.
A lump.
I got a lump crab
Okay,
cake,
okay.
man.
Was it like a softball size? How was it, Paul? You know what I'm saying? Was it? You know what I mean?
No, it was a nice size. It was I had a crab cake sandwich with the
Oh,
mashed. I subbed my fries out for the mashed potatoes and I love coleslaw. So
okay.
I had coleslaw also with it. We tried a couple of appetizers. The calamari is awesome. If you ever go to the point down southwest, calamari also they got these wings,
Yeah,
these house wings.
I'm scared of
Those is
calamari,
good.
but it's good.
I love calamari
I'm
and the
scared of
lump
that one.
crab cake was good, man. So that was a good
I can do the
surprise.
lump. I can do the
Yeah, but I
crab cake.
never knew that. But that's actually right down the street from Aldi Field.
Audi. Yeah, nah, they got man out, man. Shoot, down in the Southwest, it's crazy, man. Like they got so much stuff. Like used to be the Wharf down there. Now, like they taking over the Wharf right now.
Yeah.
Still there, but yeah, man. So real quickly, because I want to say, want to point something out. What
Yeah.
did she get for Mother's Day though?
What did she get for Mother's Day? I got her a gift card that she wanted. She loved to go shopping. She feel as though she don't have enough clothes. I got her a gift card, and
Oh,
you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to. Oh, got her a gift card and took her out to eat, and kind of gave her some money. Women are simple, but we on Father's Day. Why are we talking about Mother's Day?
apologize. So no, well, I was trying to make a point. I'm so glad you asked that. So versus, you know what I mean? And that was kind of even, you know what I mean? But look, most of the time, Mother's Day is a little bit more celebrated than Father's Day.
Yeah,
And that's a fact. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna say it. I don't care. Hey, mothers, y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all gotta do better. Now, I know it's a lot of fathers out there, the ones that do, you know what I mean? It's a lot of fathers that play dad to your kids and they ain't even their kids. Okay. I'm one of those dudes, you know what I mean? Shoot, one of my relationships, I don't think it was tough. It was kind of tough, but she had 4 boys. And it got a little I was like, it was time, well, with me, because I told you my situation, me and my son. Me and my son, great, but man, at the time I wasn't with him. So I was dealing with a female that had 4 kids. And you know what I mean? Like basically in a nutshell, versus men versus women, we always gotta take that butt. You know what I mean? I think certain women they see that, you know what I mean? And she thought I had to tell her, I was like, listen, man, I'm spending time with your 4 boys. I got a whole son that I see your boys more. So it kind of put a strain. That's why it was hard for me to date. I couldn't even date people with kids.
yeah,
But you know what I mean? I just think fathers, we don't get celebrated. I'm the type of dude too, man. If I deal with you and you got kids, hey, I'm going, you know what I mean? So sometimes, and we don't have to do that. You know what I mean? We don't have to do that. I told my son too, he likes this female, this girl. I think she likes him too. But anyway, you go through ups and downs or whatever. But I told you, you gotta sacrifice for a woman, bro. You gotta and the reason why I say that because men versus women, y'all, we always it's just part of being a man. It's a
yeah,
double standard. Y'all have double standards, we have double standards. But I do think the ones, if you want to set yourself apart, and a lot of y'all women, y'all don't like to be compared to each other.
yeah,
So you set yourself apart by taking care of those fathers. Hey, guess what? And if you got it, because the Lord say, hey, give, okay?
yeah,
Give. Listen, you might know a father, you know what I mean? To somebody that you see doing good with their kids, man. Hey, and a lot of y'all do. I seen somebody actually, a bus driver. I don't know where I was at. I was somewhere and I think it was around my neighborhood. And I saw a bus driver and somebody gave the bus driver a car. You know what I mean? They was waiting for that person. So little stuff like that, like it go a long way. Guys, we love gifts, man. You know what I mean? And get us something that we love. It can help y'all too, but it should be more for us, not for y'all anyway. Men versus
the thought that counts.
Father's Day versus Mother's Day. Y'all
Yeah,
gotta do
thought
better
this
though, man.
count.
You gotta do better, man. I
We
think
got to get some more
more
commercial ads
special,
too, man.
more ads, more special, something. You know what I mean? Bad enough we ain't got football, we ain't got no sports. You know what I mean? Everything done. We waiting on football now. But yeah, man. I think we gotta do
That's
better.
what I'm gonna say one thing. I wish Father's Day, and can we make this happen? Can we get Father's Day on the first day of NFL season? I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. That should be Father's Day, June, something. The middle of June for years.
Let's make it happen. We need Father's Day on the first day of NFL season. Can we make it happen?
But I mean, with all fathers though, I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy. And I know in my world, I would think who doesn't watch football, but a lot of people, I know guys that don't watch sports, bro.
That's fine. But at least they got the day to chill and do what they want to do. Because the women ain't gonna they gonna leave us alone for a little bit because they know we watching football. We locked in. Football season coming about, everybody locked in, no matter if you watch football or not, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to football season. Me and him, I was just talking to him. I haven't talked to him yet about it. We have, but I was like, you know what? I want to do this show. I want to talk about social issues. I want them to see two black men locked in and what I'm saying, can work together, and what I'm saying, work together as a team and not try to one, outshine the other, anything like that. It's a
Yeah.
balance, and I think like that was my main reason for this show. You know what I mean? It was just to do that. But I think, because we are Commander fans and he is heck and not hell, but he he has a chip on his shoulder a little bit. He wants me to go to all the games. He really think, and I think this gonna be catastrophic for me because I think more
Yeah.
people need to see who I am. They don't really know. They need this energy. And I'm just a ball of energy. And the Angel Entertainment wants to make sure I get to all those games. But I think we're gonna do a
They
little.
want to see you at the away games, bro.
I know.
They want to see you at the away game.
What I'm trying to say is we're gonna talk a little sports, I think, going into the football season a little bit. Not too much, but we're gonna tap it a little bit.
We're gonna get
Just a
home
little
team
bit.
King.
And we're gonna
Week
chime
one.
it in. I might put that
Week one at
for the
Philly
show too.
at the link. We're gonna get home team
We're gonna
King.
be in Philly. We're gonna be in Philly. We're gonna make it happen. I'm definitely gonna be able to build it. Hey, y'all got some tickets for home team? Them tickets are crazy, bro. Tickets are crazy, but I gotta make it happen, man. Much, and I would love prime real estate, but Shoot, man. Philly's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a beast in itself. I'm gonna be strapped up, suited and booted. But yeah, we're gonna get on the road and we're gonna talk a little football. I think we can talk a little, talk at least Commanders. I would love to have some Commanders on the show. And even if we don't talk football, sports, X's and O's, we can talk about their businesses. It's like Santana Moss. He has the founder, 89 Ways to Get
89
Foundation.
ways to go.
You know, we
Shout
can
out to
talk about that.
Santana, man.
It's a lot of
Shout out to Tanner.
Shout out to Tana. Hey, look, it's a shout out to them. We had the bowling party. I think they threw it. They throwing other things. They always throwing events.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. But hey, he could give you ways of how he started his nonprofit, and we could talk about that. So I
Yeah.
think we're gonna pivot into sports because D'Angelo Entertainment knows a lot of people in the sports world. So do I too, but definitely D'Angelo Entertainment. And yeah, I think this is gonna be remarkable. We got a lot of stuff coming up, man. I think
We got a lot of
ready for
stuff
this,
coming
bro?
up,
You wrapped
man.
up, bro. You ready, man?
I'm ready to go,
I think
man.
you ready. You ready.
I was born ready. I'm too ready, my mom say. You know what I'm saying? So also, man, I want to talk a little bit about the NBA draft tomorrow. Wizards on the clock tomorrow. We
Number
didn't talk
one
about that.
pick says, whoa, this is crazy. Shout out to Next to Flex Sports. I think I got to go on with them tomorrow. I ain't even tapped in anyway. They'll let me go. We're going to have a draft party, so shout out to them.
Yeah.
And dang, that's crazy. I almost forgot it's on my calendar.
That's
too.
why I say, man, you know, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Hey, DC or nothing. Hey, Washington Wizards, make sure y'all don't make this mistake, man, and go ahead and draft AJ.
You want AJ?
AJ at number one.
AJ at number one.
AJ at number one.
AJ, because Trey, they was talking a little. Everybody was scared. Trey,
I told you.
Trey is staying. All right, we're gonna pay him $1 zillion, whatever you need, Trey, because they want them butts in the seats, and we think we need.
No,
Everybody
did you see the
about
deal he got?
200. You tell me.
212 million for 4 years. That's huge. Wizards in the playoffs next year. I'm calling it
That's
right
motivation
now.
right there.
On Wizards in the playoffs next year. AJ coming to town. We're going to have AD ready for all the people that's been talking about, I don't know about AD. AD already said he wants to stay here in D.C. So Wizards going to be lit next year.
Wouldn't he stay in DC? Come on, this shit.
And we're going to the games next year too. We're going to the game because I'm definitely got to get some floor seats next year.
To the game.
I'm getting floor seats next year.
You know, home team. You know, I ain't on my job, man. I couldn't make it out to a lot of the game. I wanted to get to the Capital City Go the Mystics, but guess what? You know, we got a couple of shows lined up, so we've been kind of getting our feet wet. But guess what? You heard from D'Angelo and when he say something, hey, it's lost. So we definitely gonna be there. Hey, real quick, we really appreciate y'all joining us.
Yeah, man.
This is the Winner's Circle podcast. All right. Hey, listen. We will have guests soon. All right. If you want to sponsor your merch on our show. Okay, I got a few people that reached out to me. We should have some merch soon. D'Angelo Entertainment has a plethora of friends that make merch. So hey, listen.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
And guess what? The numbers don't. We are consistent. You'll have your merch on our show every single week. Shout out to OTI again. Our first live show of many. I think we're gonna do one every month. So will you stay tuned to that? Me and D'Angelo Entertainment will keep y'all all posted. And without further ado, man, that's right.
Let's get it. Episode 13.